Brothers, welcome back to the Stoic Golden Tribe. Today we dive into a question that has left many men confused, frustrated, and even heartbroken. Why does a woman push you away when she needs you the most? You've been there for her. You've offered your strength, your presence, your loyalty. Yet suddenly, she becomes distant, cold, or even rejects the very help you're trying to give. This behavior isn't random. It has deep roots in psychology, feminine nature, and even history. And if you don't understand it, you risk reacting in the wrong way, which only pushes her further away. But once you learn the truth, you'll see that these moments aren't rejections. They are tests of your strength, your patience, and your masculinity. In this video, we'll break it all down in 4 powerful chapters. The hidden reasons behind her pulling away, the emotional storms women face that men often misread, the masculine response that earns respect instead of rejection, and finally, how to turn these moments into deeper connection and lasting attraction. So stay locked in till the end, because this one lesson could save you from countless mistakes in your relationships. And as always, if you find value in this, like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment so more men can rise with us. Welcome to the tribe. Chapter 1. The hidden reasons she pulls away. One of the most confusing moments for a man is when the woman he loves pushes him away, especially when she seems to need him the most. You've probably asked yourself, why is she distant when I'm right here ready to help her? The answer, brothers, is that her withdrawal is rarely about rejection. It's about survival, emotion, and trust. From ancient times, women have carried heavy emotional burdens. While men went to war, hunted, or focused on building, women often had to keep families and communities together. That required strength, but it also meant learning how to carry pain in silence. Even today, when life overwhelms her, she may instinctively retreat inward instead of reaching outward. One reason she pulls back is emotional overload. When feelings rise too intensely, she may fear breaking down in front of you. To her, retreat feels safer than letting everything spill out. It doesn't mean she doesn't value you, it means she's struggling to find balance. Another reason is the fear of vulnerability. Many women secretly fear that if they show you their weakest side, you may lose respect for them. So rather than risk judgment or rejection, she shields herself with distance. The paradox is this: the very moment she pushes you away is often the moment she needs you most. There's also the test of stability. Often without realizing it, she pulls away to see whether you will stay calm and grounded or whether you'll panic and chase. This isn't manipulation, it's instinct. She wants to know, can I trust this man to remain steady when I'm unsteady? And finally, there's the need for independence. Just as men crave solitude to think, plan, or recharge, women also need space. But unlike men, they rarely say it directly. Instead, they withdraw. If you misunderstand this, you'll feel rejected. But if you understand it, you'll see it for what it is: a reset, not a rejection. Here's the mistake most men make. When she pulls away, they chase harder. They demand answers. They smother her with questions like, what's wrong? Why won't you talk to me? This pressure backfires. It makes her feel suffocated. The wiser path is to remain calm. Don't chase, don't beg, don't demand. Simply give her the space she needs while showing through your energy that you are still present and dependable. That strength earns trust. So remember, brothers, her pulling away isn't always a sign of lost love. More often, it's her way of protecting herself, or even testing your ability to stay strong. When you learn to see through this lens, you stop reacting with fear, and you start leading with strength. Comment below. Have you ever had a woman pull away in the very moment you thought she needed you most? How did you respond, and what lesson did it leave you with? Chapter 2. The emotional storm. She can't explain. When a woman grows distant, most men immediately start looking for reasons. We think, if she would just tell me what's wrong, I could fix it. That's how the masculine mind works: problems, causes, solutions. But here's the difficult truth. When she pulls away, it's often because she herself can't fully explain what she's feeling. She is caught in what I call the emotional storm. Unlike men who tend to compartmentalize emotions, anger in one box, stress in another, and joy in a third, women often experience emotions as overlapping waves. A single event can trigger sadness, fear, and insecurity all at once. The result is an inner chaos that is difficult to put into words. Imagine standing in the middle of a thunderstorm. Rain pours, winds whip, lightning cracks across the sky. If someone asked you to describe exactly what you're experiencing in that moment, would you have the words? Probably not. You just feel overwhelmed. That's what's happening inside her. This is why you may hear her say, "I'm fine," when it's obvious she isn't. It isn't always dishonesty. Sometimes it's because she doesn't yet understand her own storm well enough to explain it. And rather than risk saying something that might come out wrong, or showing more vulnerability than she feels safe with, she retreats. Now here's where men often get it wrong. Masculine instinct is to solve. If the car breaks down, we fix it. If business fails, we rebuild. But when we approach her storm with that same mentality, offering quick fixes and logical advice, we usually make things worse. Why? Because in that moment, she doesn't need solutions. She needs safety. Think of yourself as a lighthouse in the storm. The lighthouse does not chase the waves or argue with the wind. It does not demand the storm to stop. It simply stands tall, shining steadily, proving that no matter how violent the sea becomes, it will not fall. That's the role of the masculine presence in a woman's emotional storm. History gives us many lessons about this. The samurai of ancient Japan trained themselves to stay unmoved under pressure. Their calmness in the face of chaos was what made them reliable protectors. The same principle applies in relationships. A woman doesn't need a man who collapses with her. She needs a man who can hold steady when her emotions threaten to drown her. But here's the trap many men fall into: defensiveness. When she grows quiet, distant, or upset, some men respond with, "What did I do this time?" Or "Why are you acting like this?" In doing so, they make her storm about themselves. Instead of safety, they add more turbulence, making her retreat even further. The wiser response is different. Don't panic. Don't smother her with questions. Don't demand she open up on your timeline. Simply stay calm, give her space, and let her know without words that you are not leaving. That stability, that silent strength, is often more healing than any lecture or advice. And here's the beautiful part. Once the storm quiets, she will return. And when she does, she will remember not only that you were there, but that you didn't waver. In her eyes, you will no longer just be the man she loves. You will be her anchor, her safe place, the one constant she can trust when her own heart feels unsteady. Comment below. Brothers, do you agree that presence is more powerful than answers in moments like these? Have you ever had to resist the urge to fix her and instead become the calm lighthouse she needed? Chapter 3. The masculine response that earns respect. So far, we've uncovered why a woman pulls away and the emotional storms that make her retreat. But now comes the critical question. What should you, as a man, actually do in those moments? Because the wrong response will push her further away, but the right response can earn you her deepest respect and trust. Let's begin with what most men do and why it fails. When she withdraws, many men panic. They text constantly, call endlessly, or press her with questions. Why are you ignoring me? Did I do something wrong? Don't you care about me anymore? This chasing energy communicates insecurity. It tells her that her distance has control over you, that your frame is weak. And once she senses weakness, attraction begins to fade. Others react with anger. Instead of chasing, they punish. They say things like, "Fine, do whatever you want," or they shut down emotionally in return. This is equally destructive. It tells her that your presence is conditional, that you only offer stability when she's behaving the way you like. And that doesn't make her feel safe, it makes her feel abandoned. So if chasing doesn't work and punishing doesn't work, what does? The answer, brothers, is strength through calm presence. Think of yourself as a mountain. No matter how hard the wind blows, the mountain does not move. No matter how heavy the rain falls, the mountain stands tall. When she pulls away, your job is not to collapse with her emotions or fight against them. It is to stand firm, steady, and unshaken. How do you do this in practice? 1. Give her space without disappearing. Space means allowing her to breathe, not bombarding her with attention. But don't mistake space for absence. Don't vanish in an attempt to teach her a lesson. Instead, make it clear through your steady actions that you are still there. A simple message like, "I'm here if you need me," can be enough. Then step back and let her come to you. 2. Stay grounded in your routine. Many men lose themselves when a woman pulls away. They stop focusing on their goals, neglect their training, or spiral into overthinking. This only makes things worse. The strongest response is to continue living with purpose. Hit the gym, sharpen your mind, pursue your mission. When she sees that you remain disciplined even when she's distant, she respects you more. 3. Lead with calm, not control. Some men mistake leadership for dominance. They try to force her to open up, or they pressure her to explain. True leadership is different. It's guiding through calm confidence. It's letting her know that no matter what emotions she feels, you won't be shaken. History shows us this truth. Look at Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor of Rome. His wife, Faustina, was known to have intense emotions, and their marriage was tested many times. Yet Marcus never allowed her storms to pull him off balance. He focused on his duty, his discipline, and his principles. His strength was not in controlling her, it was in controlling himself. That's why he wrote in Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When a woman sees that her emotional distance does not make you lose yourself, that you can love her without losing your frame, she feels something rare, security. Not the shallow kind that comes from empty promises, but the deep kind that comes from a man who truly knows who he is. And here's the key insight. Women are not drawn to men because they are perfect. They are drawn to men who are consistent. She doesn't need you to have all the answers. She needs you to remain the same man, whether she is laughing in your arms or withdrawing into silence. That reliability is what builds unshakable trust. Brothers, remember this. When she pulls away, your response defines the future of the relationship. If you chase, you lose respect. If you punish, you lose her trust. But if you remain calm, steady, and unshaken, you don't just keep her respect, you deepen it. Comment below. Have you ever experienced a moment when staying calm and grounded changed the outcome of a conflict or emotional storm? Share your story. It may inspire another brother in the tribe. Chapter 4. Turning distance into deeper connection. By now, we understand that when a woman pulls away, it's rarely rejection. More often, it's her way of protecting herself, processing emotions, or testing your steadiness. We've also seen that your response as a man can either make her feel safer or push her further away. But here's the deeper truth, brothers. These moments of distance don't just have to be survived. They can actually be transformed into opportunities to build a stronger, deeper connection than before. 1. The nature of growth. Through struggle, relationships are not built in the sunshine alone. Anyone can enjoy the laughter, the playfulness, the joy of easy days. But true intimacy, the kind that lasts through years and storms, is not tested when things are smooth. It is tested in moments of tension, misunderstanding, and silence. Think about warriors in history. A soldier doesn't become skilled during times of peace. He is forged in the heat of battle. In the same way, a relationship isn't truly proven during light-hearted times. It is proven in how both people handle distance, disagreement, and emotional storms. When she withdraws and you remain steady, you're communicating something powerful without even speaking. I am not here only when it's easy. I am here when it's difficult. I don't abandon you in your silence. That unspoken message builds trust deeper than words ever could. 2. Building emotional safety. Over time, when a woman sees that her distance doesn't scare you, she learns something vital. She can be her full self around you. She can go through her cycles of emotion without fearing judgment or abandonment. That doesn't mean she will stop pulling away because her emotions are part of her nature, but it does mean she will feel safer returning more quickly. And when she feels that safety, she will begin to share more of herself. She'll open up faster. She'll lean on you with less hesitation. What once felt like rejection will become an opportunity for her to trust you more deeply. 3. The balance between support and self-respect. Now let's make something clear. Turning distance into connection does not mean becoming her emotional crutch. It does not mean you sacrifice your purpose, abandon your mission, or revolve your entire life around her moods. In fact, the opposite is true. The stronger your frame, the more she respects you. The more disciplined you remain in your purpose, your training, and your growth, the more attractive and trustworthy you become. When she sees that her storm does not knock you off your path, she feels secure, knowing that your strength is real. Remember this: you are her partner, not her therapist. Your job is not to fix every emotion. It is to hold steady so that she can regulate herself and then return to you stronger. That balance, support without self-abandonment, is what creates a relationship that lasts. 4. Strength forged in fire. Think of blacksmithing. A blade is not made strong by avoiding fire. It is made strong by enduring it, being hammered, cooled, and tested. In the same way, a relationship becomes stronger not by avoiding storms, but by how both of you carry yourselves through them. Every time she pulls away and you respond with calm strength instead of fear, you're not just protecting the relationship, you're sharpening it. You're showing her that the bond is not fragile. You're proving that it can endure heat and pressure. And when the storm passes, what remains is something sharper, stronger, and more enduring. 5. The test of your own character. There's another benefit, brothers. Every time you handle her distance with patience and discipline, you grow as a man. You train yourself to control your emotions instead of being ruled by them. You strengthen your own ability to remain calm under pressure. In other words, her pulling away becomes not just a test of the relationship, but a test of you. Each time you pass it, you walk away more confident, more centered, and more in control of yourself. Even if the relationship ended tomorrow, the growth you gain in these moments would remain with you forever. 6. From distance to deeper bond. So yes, distance can hurt. It can feel unfair. It can trigger insecurity. But if you reframe it, you'll see it differently. Her withdrawal is not the end of connection, it is a hidden doorway to deeper connection. Handled well, those silent moments become the soil where trust, respect, and intimacy grow stronger roots. Brothers, storms will come. Silence will come. Distance will come. But if you remain the lighthouse, the mountain, the man who is steady when she is not, then every storm will eventually pass. And when it does, she won't just see you as her partner, she will see you as her anchor, her safe place, her rock in a world full of uncertainty. Comment below. Do you believe the hardest moments in a relationship are the ones that build the strongest bonds? Share your story with the tribe. It may give another man the strength to endure his own storm. Brothers, we've walked through a truth that confuses many men but defines strong ones. A woman will sometimes push you away when she needs you most, not because she has stopped loving you, but because her emotions overwhelm her, because vulnerability scares her, because she wants to see if you are steady enough to handle her storm. And in those moments, your reaction is everything. If you chase, you lose respect. If you punish, you lose her trust. But if you remain calm, if you stay grounded in your purpose, unshaken in your frame, you become something rare in this world, a man she can trust completely. Remember this, love is not proven in easy days. Anyone can love when things are simple. True strength is shown when the storm hits, when silence grows heavy, when emotions run high, when distance appears. That is when your discipline, patience, and presence matter most. As Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, you have power over your mind, not outside events. You cannot control her emotions, you cannot control her storms, but you can always control your response. And when your response is calm, steady, and rooted in strength, you win. Not just her respect, but your own. So the next time she pulls away, don't see it as rejection. See it as a test. See it as an opportunity to prove your steadiness, to sharpen your character, and to turn distance into deeper connection. Because when she returns, and she will return, it won't just be to the man she loves, it will be to the anchor she can always trust. Brothers, this is the path of the Stoic Golden Tribe, to rise above fear, to master ourselves, and to become men of presence, strength, and respect. If this message spoke to you, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because this tribe grows stronger when we rise together. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Have you faced moments when a woman pushed you away, and how did you handle it? Your story might give another man the wisdom he needs. Until next time, stand firm, live with purpose, and remember, storms will pass, but true strength endures.